Hi, Danielle. So to comment on the quote about Americans throwing out their kids at 18, if that quote was only from someone like recently, I know the attitude of children have changed pretty decently since, I was a kid. Not saying we were perfect, but there's definitely an attitude change. So I'd love to keep my kids here, and they're 18 and further and past high school. They want to go to college, just to help them out. But definitely if there's no determination or just, laziness, be like, yeah, go out, go see what you can do on your own. It's a way of waking them up. I believe some people need to do that. Not ever, like disown them, but, get them out in the real world, see if they can actually handle it, and, then accept them when they can see they're wrong. Anyway, so taking a tour of the house, I've never invited somebody and say, you want to see my stuff, or maybe like if they've pointed something out, then I'll be like, oh yeah, here's this, blah, 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 whatever. But I'm not like, hey, come look at my, but right now my house is like small, so maybe, I don't know. But I wouldn't think to do that. I'm trying to think, when you invite friends over for the first time, you're like, okay, yeah, here's this, here's that. But I'm not like, showing them every single room in the house. So that's very interesting that they encountered that. And then Italians being great lovers and then having a statistically high divorce rate, you said. I'm like, well, of course, because, you go and it's like, oh, I love him, whatever. We've cuddled for 2 weeks and then they get married. And I don't know, I'm thinking of all the movies. I'm stereotyping. I would never do it in real life, but I'm just saying, like, in my fantasy land, it makes sense because they'd, like, get together and then turn around and be like, well, obviously this wasn't meant to be after a couple years because they never really knew each other. It was one of those romantic Italian flings, whatever. I'm not stereotypical. I'm just saying, like, that's horrible. But anyway, so I thought that was interesting. And then, and how she said, yeah, there's never a single story. That's true, because if you think of like a conflict that people have, there's never just one side to it. There's always two sides. And then you got to find the gray. Like, okay, where do these stories match up? Like you said this and you said this. So where's the middle? Where's, where can we come to a resolution that you both can agree on? So anyway, great job.